I am always impressed with Eva's lyric writing ability, and I'm thankful because I'm not very lyrically inclined myself. But no, I definitely, especially considering the subject matter of Young Enough, I definitely, that's your territory, and if you're happy, I'm happy. And the only time I've ever even, had any input in the lyrics was really for the song Young Enough. And all that I even said was I just wanted the lyrics to be
super relatable and really clear what the lyrics were about, right. Which was really helpful for me going into writing those lyrics, I think. And honestly, I love writing lyrics. It's my favorite part of being in the band. But I think of all of the songs we've ever written, I'm most proud of the lyrics on that song, on Young Enough. How come? Yeah. I think because it was a really hard song for me to write. Weirdly, it is easier for me, certain songs like Chat Room that you might think would be like really difficult or painful to write. That song actually felt like a total joy to write. It just felt like I had been kind of like weighed down by this thing for so long and I couldn't figure out how to talk about it. The subject matter of sexual assault and being in a manipulative, abusive relationship, I kind of couldn't even really talk about it with the people in my life. And so to finally figure out a way to articulate how I was feeling, and also just that song is such an expression, I think, of, it's not really about what happened, it's about kind of what happens after. It was about, feeling freed from something that was really bad and kind of making it out the other end and saying, fuck you, instead of, blaming myself for it. But a song like Young Enough, I think, was really hard for me to write in some ways because I kind of knew what I wanted it to be about before we went into writing it. And I could, Sam and I wrote that song together, but it's Sam's baby. And he came to me basically with this idea saying, like, I have this idea for a song that has one chord all the way through it and everything just builds around it. And I just know that it's going to be the best song on the album. And I was so pissed off at him because I was like, what does that mean? Oh, great. Like, no pressure going into writing the lyrics, but it's just going to be the best song on the album. So I was like,
just so you know.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, okay, cool, great. And I knew, I agreed with him. I kind of, even from the very beginning, it sounded to me like a song that would come like at the end of a movie. And so I was thinking about that when I was writing, and, I think of that song as being like the lyrical centerpiece of the album. It's kind of like sort of what it means to come out the other end of a really traumatizing experience, which is just that it gives you a lot of perspective on things that you previously thought were really difficult or really painful, and you kind of look back instead with gratitude. And acceptance instead of anger. And so I'm just really proud. I felt like I said exactly what I meant, even when it was embarrassing or hard. And I'm just super proud of it.